Hey, good morning. Today we're going to go back to talking about what I ate since I got back on track on Sunday and I started back in my book and tracking. We'll talk about what have I done. Have I done good? Have I done bad? We shall see. Now, you know I'm doing it in iTrack bites, and you know I'm only counting carbs and calories. I'm not counting points anymore, but that's okay. We don't all have to count it. I dropped my thing. Hold on. I was saying we don't all have to count the same thing. We don't all have to do the same thing, and we already know that. Y'all's support has been outrageous. So let's start in on Sunday. That was the day that I got back on track. I ended up with 1,238 calories. You know, my limit I want is 1,800. 29 total carbs and 20 net carbs. And I'm shooting, if I'm between 50 and 100 with the added grains and whatnot, then I'm fine. So I think that was a really good day. For breakfast, I had 5 of the chicken sausages. It's the Jones organic. I had got them at Costco that one day. Me and Holly joined, and then we unjoined because it's just too far away to make it worth our while. And then 2 eggs. And I didn't have any lunch Sunday. Yeah, that was prep day. I didn't have any lunch. I was just busy. Me and David went to the grocery store before I even prepped. And me and him never go to the store. Used to before Weight Watchers, and when I could still, halfway walk, we would go to the store together. Well, before I discovered Walmart pickup, and oh my gosh, we would spend so much money, but we would buy all the junk, everything we would see, and we just feed off each other. We're just like, that looks good. Let's get that. Okay, let's get that. Listen, if he wasn't doing this with me now, I don't know what I'd do. I just don't know what I'd do. I'm not strong enough to withstand watching him eat whatever he would want to eat and me not have it. So I'm very thankful and blessed that he is willing to go on this journey with me. Now, he can eat whatever he wants outside the home. I call it contraband. Just don't bring no contraband in my house. Then snacks. Oh, let's see. That was after prep. I had some hog joust left, so I ate some of that. And I had one pickle spear. And then supper, we had our pork country ribs, and I just made them plain. I didn't put no sauce on them. I was just tired. I was too tired to make the sauce. And I had some new side dishes I was going to make with it, but we still had greens and black-eyed peas left that I didn't want to go to the waste, so we ate those again. And then for a snack after supper, because we ate pretty early, I had another rib. There was like 4 ribs in that pack. Country ribs are just like pork butt cut into rib shapes. That's all it is. So it's, it's not a rib like a spare rib or baby back rib or nothing like that. So I had another one of those. Then yesterday, whole different ball game. I was like hungry all day. I don't know what was wrong yesterday. I could not, it seemed like I could not get filled up. So this is how yesterday ended up. My target of 1,800 calories was 2,046 calories, which is still, oddly enough, at my size in the range of weight loss. Just not the range I intended. 104 total carbs and 88 net carbs. So while that is in my range, it's higher up on my range than I really wanted. Now, breakfast, I had that sausage egg casserole that I prepped. That thing is good. I'm going to tell you what. Now, if you're counting points, it's something you would have to tweak, definitely. But if you're doing low carb, give it a try. It is so good, and it's very filling, which surprised me because I kept eating the rest of the day, but it filled me up at the time. I didn't need anything else to go with it. Then it started. So a snack, I had I think I didn't put it down, but I think I did have 2 of those. I was back here crafting, and I brought me back 2 of those prosciutto wrap cheese sticks, which is just one full cheese stick because I cut them in half. And then lunch, I had my New Year's Day soup. So, see, the first of the day, it did hold me. I had the 2 little, which was 1 little cheese stick, and then lunch. After lunch, we went downhill skiing. Snacks between lunch and supper. I had sausage and cheese, the summer sausage and cheese that I prepped. I had a pumpkin energy ball, which that gave me a lot of my carbs. I had made them here a while back and put them in the freezer, and I cleaned that freezer out, and I found them. I forgot they were in there, so I set one of those out to thaw. I forgot how delicious they are. Oh my gosh. So they're pretty high in carbs because they had dates in them, but that's okay. Then I had a popcorn. I normally eat, if I want popcorn, I normally eat it at night. Hold on a minute. But for some reason yesterday afternoon, I was craving popcorn. So instead of doing my air fried. Instead of doing my air popcorn, I just got one of the Orville Smart Pops that we have in there. Then supper, we had our pork rind coated chicken in the air fryer. David loves that stuff. Now this, Judy Logue, we were texting yesterday, was it the day before? And she had watched my prep where I did the prosciutto wrap, and that was the first cheese, and that's the first time I had ever tried prosciutto. And I'm like, oh, this stuff is good. Well, she's like, they like to wrap asparagus and roast it in the oven. I'm like, well, you know what? It legit was on my menu yesterday, asparagus was, and I had half of that pack of prosciutto left. So I just made little bundles and wrapped half a piece of prosciutto around the little bundle. And I just roasted it at 425 until it was done. I put it on Instagram, and that's how long you cook it till it's done. That prosciutto got crispy, and it was so delicious. I cannot imagine having asparagus without prosciutto wrapped around it anymore. If you have not tried that, I call that a 0 carb, because the asparagus, I don't count the green vegetables. I don't care about those, and they have fiber too. So to me, that's a 0 carb side dish. It was delicious. And then I made the bulgur pilaf, but I opted not to eat it because I ate the popcorn, and popcorn, even though I read some places they say popcorn is not a whole grain, and then I read places they said yes, it is a whole grain. So anyway, since I had it, and it is high in carbs, even though there's some fiber in it, I opted to not have any of the bulgur at supper. So David ate that. And then later on, I ate some cottage cheese. And then I woke up. I fell asleep early because y'all know my sleep is messed up. I just don't sleep right. And then I fall asleep early, and then I'm up in the middle of the night, and then I can't go back to sleep. Well, I woke up. It was a little bit before 1, and I realized I hadn't taken my nighttime medicine with my supper. And the thing about that is, one of the pills I take has to be taken with food, or the doctor says it just does not work. He said you have to have at least 300 calories when you take that pill. So I always take it at supper time. Well, I forgot to take it. So I was like, what am I going to eat that's 300 calories at 1 o'clock in the morning? And seriously, legit, I guess I had got full during the day because I legit was not hungry. And I was trying to think, what could I eat that wasn't a big quantity of it that I could still get 300 calories. So I opted for a glass of milk and some peanut butter, and that worked. So I did that to take my medicine. Now, that is what I have eaten for 2 days. Hopefully today I'm not going to feel as snacky. I've already had my breakfast, and I feel pretty full. I got my coffee, 400th cup of that. Listen, let me show you. My little sign back here, I changed it when I come back here at my desk, and I changed it before we went on, and it says, have faith in yourself and in the future. which is so apropos. There's that word that I'm using again, because my exciting news is I'm going to be a Momo again. I did not think I would ever get another grandchild. I thought Sebastian was going to be it. I did not think my daughter wanted children. But as it turns out, she's going to have a baby. Not sure of the due date. I'm guesstimating August, but she goes to the doctor in a couple weeks. And it wasn't planned. It's not in the order that people think it should be in, but you know what? That's fine by me. My baby's having a baby. It's done. It's done. I'm going to have a baby in my life. I'm going to be a Momo again. Have faith in the future. When I got pregnant with her, I was not married. And me and David, we were grown. We were in our 30s. I think I was 33 when I had her. Maybe 32 when I got pregnant. Something to that effect. Or, I don't know. Anyway, I was 33 when I had her. I knew better than to try to get I didn't try to get pregnant. I'm saying you would think somebody in their 30s would not have an oops baby. But I have always called her my lifesaver baby, because during that time I didn't go to the doctor. I just did not go to the doctor. I didn't go hardly when I was sick, and I sure didn't go for anything preventative. And I did not go to the gynecologist. I was not doing that. It was just not on my radar, you know? You just don't, unless something comes up. A lot of us, we just don't tend to that part of our body. Well, when I found out I was pregnant with her, I went to the doctor. They found out I had precancerous cells on my cervix. So I had to have a procedure done to get rid of them while I was pregnant with her. And I remember I was so scared that something was going to happen. I didn't know she was a girl, which I knew she was a girl. I did not find out. But I was so scared something was going to happen to that baby when they were doing that procedure. And obviously they didn't, because, you know, here she is. But it happens. She came along for a reason. So I know this baby's coming along for a reason. How do you get upset when there's a baby coming into your life? You just don't. So I guess I'm emotional too, because she lives here. So it's a grandbaby that will be here for me and not 10 hours away. It's hard to wrap my head around it, because for 4 years, well, with the exception of the first 4 months of his life, he was here for 4 months, and then everything changed. So it's exciting to know that there's going to be a baby now. I've got to get my ass in gear. I'll just put it to you bluntly, because if she had that baby today, I could not help her watch it the way I need to, because I can't hardly get around. My knees are not going to miraculously repair themselves. Honestly, my knees are just about more of my problem than my back is at this point in the game, because they're shot, they're gone. They've been gone, but they're like gone. And holding up all this weight, I can't hardly move. Getting up and down is hard. That's why it's hard when I have Sebastian, because he needs something, and he's got me, up and down, and pulling up all this weight on those knees is almost impossible some days. Some days they swell up and they start knocking out on me, and I have to get my walker out just to get back and forth in the house. So when I can't get out and I can't go to the Dollar Tree, I am slow as a sloth. When I go to Wanda's, I am slow as a sloth. But I have a buggy, and I can lean on the buggy, and I can just take my time. And that's like the most exercise I get, is pushing a buggy in the DT or Wanda's. So I've got to get this weight off to at least help my knees. like I said, they're not going to repair themselves, but I can take some of the pressure off of them. I think this is what I think happened. This is my the way I can, you know how you just know your body. When my back got to the point to where it was gone and done and pinched down there and all that good stuff that's going on, when it stopped working, my thighs stopped working because it's pinching that nerves and my thighs just don't work. Well, I think when the thighs stopped working, they stopped helping my body move, and it all went to my knees. So my knees are taking even more of a hit. Not just the weight, but the fact that my thighs are not any help to them. So I've got to get this weight off of me, whether it's for surgery, which is what I want, because I need those knees replaced too. Sometimes I'm thinking, do I need those replaced before I need my back replaced? I don't know. But I know I've got to get some of the weight off so I can move better to help her with this baby. Now, if I can let you in on a little secret, I want it to be healthy, just as healthy as you can be, but my feelings wouldn't be hurt if it was a little girl. So, we'll see. A little boy would be just wonderful as well. So, anyway, all right, well, that's all I have today. I don't really know much else to talk about. I'm trying to think. Ain't nothing going on. Ain't nothing happened. Ain't nobody done nothing. We just kind of been bored around here lately. Oh, I got something in my eyeball. Your finger. That's what David would tell me. I'm like, oh, I got something in my eye. He's like, your finger. Dad jokes. He's full of dad jokes. Anyway, all right. Well, that is all for today. Probably be back later on sometime today with a Tag Tuesday. We'll see. I think depending on what time I get tagged, he may or may not be in the bed already. So maybe me alone or maybe me and him. I don't know. We will see. So I will see you on the next video.